Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to some close combat Last Stand Arnhem. I think the way we're going to deal with this today is we're going to jump into the Arnhem sector campaign. There's a 101st Airborne campaign, and of course the standard Operation Market Garden campaign, the entire one. But I think it's probably best for us to just get started on the default campaign, which is north of the Rhine with the 1st Airborne. So let's go ahead. We'll save it under Arnhem sector.
Arnhem is the ultimate goal of Operation Market Garden. Securing its two bridges across the Lower Rhine is the responsibility of the British 1st Airborne. Success here is the key for victory. Your primary landing zone is west of Arnhem near Oosterbeek. The 2nd Battalion will spearhead an assault to secure the main bridgehead. The remaining battalions will secure the landing zone.
Okay, guys, unfortunately we can't see the actual World War II video there. Hopefully, though, the map will pop up here. It looks like we've actually got a battle in Wildphase, but of course I want to try to bring in some actual air support here to any of the battles we have. In fact, let me move this guy forward over here to Johanna Huev Farm, and this guy over here to Papanchandel, maybe. I think it's probably best for us to take this guy and actually hit the enemy behind the line. If I had to guess anyway, this would be where we would want to get some artillery support. So let's push in this way. Actually, cutting off the enemy at West Arnhem looks pretty fun, but also pretty dangerous. And let's get some bomber support here, some artillery support over here for this push. And for this push. All right, guys, we're going to execute this plan. That was pretty easy steal. At this point, I guess we just keep on trying to take these locations, and it does look like we have a battle over here in Wildphase. All right, let's have a look and see exactly what we can use. We're going to be playing as the 1st Para Brigade, essentially the British 1st Airborne Division. Machine guns, mortars, Piats as well. It's looking pretty good, as well as some flamethrowers even. I'd like to trade in the flamethrowers for something else, but maybe they're going to be useful in this battle. So let's push and see what happens. I just want to take a look at the map here. It's an open road. There's also a lot of forest cover. Maybe the flamethrowers will actually come in handy here. I want this gun somewhere where I'm actually going to hit something. Here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take the Para-Bren group, just move fast into this wooded area. We'll decide exactly what we want to do when the time comes. I think we've actually got a mortar team back here. There's no reason to really move them. And this para-rifle group, I'm actually going to have them rush over here. We might have some contact at Urtersheveg, but maybe not. I'm actually guessing that the enemy is going to be waiting over here by the roadhouse area. So I think we're going to kind of have to work our way in there anyway. Take the Vickers, go over here. Take these two Bren groups and push for the Hilsun area. Don't actually think this area is going to be defended, but we'll at least make sure that we don't fall into some sort of horrible ambush, or if we do, we'll at least be prepared to fight our way out. As for this Para-Bren group, they are assisting over here. Again, I'm pretty sure the enemy is going to be defending over at this location. So actually, that's the one reason I'll also take the 16-pounder gun and put him in a location I would never recommend anybody put him, and that is kind of, well, kind of on the road, essentially. Any enemy tanks do pass by in front of us, though, we'll be prepared to return fire. And as for the platoon HQ, yeah, I think we'll keep him here for now. All right, guys, let's begin. We have no support during this battle, as far as I can tell. We might get artillery support eventually, but there's a good chance that we just don't. What did I tell you guys? They're right there. Sure enough, we got a good shot first off. Let's start hitting them with mortars at this distance. We'll also try to push forward with our flamethrower team. This is where we could really use them. And I think the trees here should cover our push. I really hope so. As well as our other two pushes. You could see the red beret there on some of our units, which is a really cool sign of the 1st Para Brigade. Right, they did still wound one of our guys on the gun, and these guys over here are having some trouble. That doesn't mean we want to stop here. Just keep on firing. In fact, we'll push the HQ over here as well, but we soon want to return fire with one of these other units. So I'll actually get the para-rifle group right there at the edge and start doing some counter fire here. Oh, SS Grenadier. Holy hell. I didn't think this area would be defended. It certainly is. Fire, boys. They're actually running away from us. We've got 2 SS Grenadier units here, some over here and some over here. We're going to have to divert some troops to this location for sure. Kill them, boys. Again, all mortar rounds have got to be fired over here, and now with this para-rifle group, we just want to target that location once we get close enough. We might have to wait until we're over here in this forest, a little bit closer and sort of perpendicular from the enemy. I can see why that second group didn't want to move out with all the SS there in the woods, but so far this team of engineers is doing just fine. Looks like we've killed a couple of them here. Over here, though, chewed to bits. So we're really relying on the para-bren groups in this sector. Good shot. Look at that. Right on the damn road. Light them up, boys. We're going to sneak a little bit closer here with this Bren rifle group. They're not doing so well in terms of spotting the enemy, so maybe we just have to get them a little closer to the edge of the woods here. How's it going, guys? Sorry, I just now saw the comments. The damn YouTube chat is so annoying. Both of my grandfathers were deployed to Arnhem, one with Polish paratroopers and one with the Irish Guards. That's awesome. And I know those Irish Guards, when they got back home, you know, got a lot of, well, faced a lot of discrimination, sort of, for fighting with the English. Let's see here. Nice, alive one. Guess I'll take a break from the foxhole bit. Close combat, second only to combat mission. I think so. And, you know, there are some of us that prefer close combat. I do slightly prefer close combat. I like the really quick squad fights, but I think combat mission is exceptional too. Nice! Look at the shrapnel that just hit that guy. My goodness. I'll make sure to just keep refreshing the YouTube thing so that I see the chat, guys. Sorry about that. Try to get the flamethrower over here too. But really, that MG's kept us shut down for this entire battle, to be honest with you. At least we've killed 3 or 4 of the enemy riflemen here. Enemy SS riflemen. Let's grab the Vickers group, and we're going to push him over here. There we go, flamethrowers. You know, that gives me an idea. Let's move up here first, and then down on them. Because just getting a single flamethrower here, I think we can break through. All right, flamethrower, come on. Gonna be a lot closer than that, I think, to do any damage. Especially if we're gonna attack that whole team. Wait a minute, look at that, look at that. We're gonna try to hit them. They are trying to escape the flamethrower team for sure. All right, the rifle group seems to be getting some grenades out there, or maybe that's just lucky mortar shots. Yeah, because this rifle group still doesn't see them. Open up. Flamethrower still isn't firing, although as you can see, a few of those guys have already been downed. I'm going to try to get him to the edge here and see if we can't fire directly there. You know, some folks will only play close combat for like 10 to 15 years. Absolutely, yeah. A lot still play like Close Combat 3. I've seen a few mods that have come out for that. And that's like 20 years old, maybe longer even. Come on, flamethrowers. Come on, flamethrowers. Got to get even closer if he wants to fire. Unfortunately. See, that's what I don't like about these flamethrower units and why I was really trying to trade them in is they're very effective once you get up close. You can actually even kill tanks with them, but you've got to be close. And to do that in a game like Close Combat is not easy. We'd be sneaking across the map the whole damn time. Come on, come on. All right, guys are throwing grenades. It's still not close enough to use. There we go, close enough to use the flames. Fire. Burn them out.
Take cover!
Still not firing that flamethrower, and I think probably one of them is hit here. We've ordered the attack, but they are not shooting. So we got plenty moving across the road, good shooting. And let's grab the rest of this para rifle group and get right into the bushes there. Still targeting it with mortars. I mean, anything and everything to get rid of that enemy machine gun position. The veteran mod, eh? I'll have to take a look at that. I actually have to admit, I have not played any of the mods, I don't think, for Close Combat. I'm a big fan, but never looked at the mod section of the games. I know it exists. I know it's pretty in-depth, for sure. It's the flamethrower unit firing on them, but still has not decided to use the flamethrower at all. All right. We'll try to hit him from behind. Yeah, see, he just destroyed our flamethrower unit, and he didn't even fire once. Now, I do think if we get into the Unterschweg area over here, we've got a few infantry units that can probably hold it, but I'm feeling like they're going to have defenders in that building. So here's what we could try to do. We'll keep pushing with the para rifle group, like over here, and maybe even try to get behind them. Fortunately, no real support for this fight in terms of artillery or air support, so we're kind of fighting on our own. Still a few units there, look at that. Let's see if these guys have a view. Nope, not close enough, and I think it's also because of the trench works. We've got pretty good defense. We hit another one of them, but it's almost pure luck that we're getting these guys. We've also wasted a tremendous amount of mortar rounds just on that one position. Well, I'm not going to say the name, but I'd love if they did these names on Android and I could play on my tablet. Me too. You thought you had me. You thought you had me with the name. On any other game, I would have actually said it, but I think Close Combat and maybe a couple other games are the few games where I'm, like, completely focused. Because I know that a mistake here, well, that's what happens. You know, we get our boys shot. And this area, Unterschweg, I really want to take, but I'm almost certain they're going to be defending it, so let's be a little tactical here. All right, let's start moving the rest of these para-platoon HQs up. I think, you know, they're still there, but they're probably pretty busy getting shot at from all locations. So we're going to push this unit up here. Got another one. I'm amazed they haven't surrendered yet. It's risky, but we might soon try to take that location. So first things first, if I want it to be really good, I would grab Johanna Webb's house there, and then go down to the south. But I'm moving right in here. I'm really tempted to see what they've got. And maybe they don't have anything. Who knows? All right, falling back. Finally, they're falling back. You can actually hear the Vickers there.
In position.
Shredder Engineer Squad is still fighting him. He's doing a good job, though. Let's have a look. Look at that. Not a single one of the engineers have been lost against this SS squad. And there's 2 SS groups. There's one right there, one to the left. Amazing. Enemy's asking for a truce. I don't think so. Good job, boys. All right, we're going to have to push. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, let's first get into this room, and then we'll know that this building's clear, or not. Is it clear? It is. All right, we're going to push across. Nope, it's not. Look at that. SS Zutrup, enemy command unit here. Come on, boys. Yeah, we've got to take this area now. That command unit is going to be fighting our units. They're almost certainly going to take the rifle group out. We've got to try to take the location now. There we go. So a minor Axis victory. Let's take a look at the soldier details here to see if anybody got any medals or anything like that. I think the only medals they got... Oh, actually, I was going to say the only medals they got are Purple Hearts, but no, it looks like we do have a rifleman's badge or a paratrooper's badge. All right, and let's take a look at the details of the fight. One moment, guys. Just want to throw this out on Discord so that our Twitch viewers know where to go for this. All right. The fight must go on. I mean, especially with these campaigns in close combat, you don't give up after one loss at all. We've already taken the Pappenschandel area, the Johanna Huev farm area, so we're just going to keep on pushing, pretty much. Make it harder. One of the German commanders' name is harder for the Germans to keep us back. And we'll probably have to fight another fight here at Wulfhase. We'll try to bring in some more bomber support, some more artillery support, but it's not adjacent to a battle group, so there's not much we can really do there. We might be able to push twice. Yeah, I think so. Go ahead and give them the bomber support. And these guys are really in the Arnhem area. I'm going to have them push deep into Arnhem, and I'm pretty sure we're going to end up having a battle here, although we'll likely have to fight it out at Wulfhase again. And it's probably a good idea for us to try to take North Oosterbeek. Can I take that move back? Yeah, I'm going to go to Oosterbeek because I don't want to have any gaps in our line, especially where the rail yard is. Hokum says, one of my favorite games from back in the day. It is a great one. There are so many good ones, though, for close combat. All right. Okay, we do have a battle against Hada, of all people, and it's quite far behind the enemy lines. We'll see what happens here. I don't think we're going to come out of this one alive. Oh, yeah, we have hardly any supply here. Everything's unavailable. Some machine guns, some para-rifle groups. It's going to be a defensive battle, I believe. It is in the city, though. That's beautiful. Look at that, guys. We are properly in Arnhem, so it did reflect exactly the information the map was showing. All right, let's get this Vickers forward. First of all, we don't hold many locations, do we? But I want that Vickers over here. We'll actually set them up just to defend. I'll leave the para-rifle group right there, and I'll actually set them up to ambush. But we'll probably end up moving these guys. Got like sort of a citadel area. This looks like a death trap. Anybody crossing this area is going to be shot up. However, we can take our existing units, the Bren groups, push them over here closer to that mill location and the Arnhem Bridge location, and try to capture that before the enemy does. Same deal with North Arnhem. Although for this to work, I really need my platoon HQs to basically act as our riflemen for this fight. So I'm going to have him just quickly move fast right there to the window. Hey, Jin and Anthony Jones, our Epic Channel member. How are you doing, sir? All right, with the flamethrowers, I'm going to do the same thing. And again, I've had really bad experiences with these flamethrower units. We've got our 3-inch mortar right here to respond to any situation, let's say. And I'm going to send a few rifle groups through these buildings to the north. So assuming that the enemy's going to come down this way, I'll go ahead and get prepared for that. And maybe a Piat unit. Stay over here to the north as well. And sometimes these can act as like small rifle unit groups anyway, so that's kind of how it's going to act in this battle. Again, we are greatly outnumbered in this one. We're surrounded on all sides, so let's see how it goes. Beginning. I think I'll actually move through with the Bren rifle group as well. We're definitely going for mostly body count here. I don't want to take too many unnecessary risks, but then again, we are surrounded. If we could just hold out, though, we could potentially get one of our other armies here next turn. All right. Just keep pushing through the buildings. You can see these boys moving through. I think we can get maybe a little... No, this is as far as you can get. In the old days, this was pretty close. I'll say that. This was like super zoomed in. This looks awesome, says Anthony. Yeah, no, this is one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best close combats there is, aesthetically speaking, especially for the time. All right. Spot enemy pack. Well, there's not much we can do about that except get the damn Piat on him. So let's push the Piat with the rest of these units. I'm going to get this guy just to ambush, just to stop right there and pretty much start defending. We're going to have to get lucky with this Piat. Something else we could try is trying to disable it with a mortar, but that is tough. We might be able to disable it with our Bren group. Trying to... There we go. Turn that ambush the right way. Oh boy. Alright, you know what? This is going to be crazy if this works. Get the Piat closer! Get the Piat closer! Look at this thing, he's getting so damn close. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at that Stug, boys. No, it's a Jagdpanzer IV. Yeah, no, it's a, isn't that a Stug? I don't know my German tanks. You guys have to help me with this. He's actually turning a bit, and he's not getting any closer. I wonder if he spotted someone at the building. wonder if we start engaging him just to keep his attention on us? We can't even damage him. It's not even... Sometimes with the mortar, it'll show up green if you're firing at an armored vehicle, but this one can't be broken into. Although that's the back of his vehicle. Come on, Piat, come on! Oh my gosh, this is the closest we're gonna get. This is the closest we're gonna get. Look at that. You bastard. Okay, well, we might as well start pushing the rest of the rifle groups forward. Let's keep our focus on the mill. The enemy successfully kept our focus away from this area, so let's start pushing these Bren groups through. And who knows, maybe we can still get him with the Piat eventually. Stay here right now in an ambush mode. And I'm still going to push through with my Bren groups. Is a tank killer whilst a Stug is an infantry support gun. Oh, cheers, Stin. So this is a tank killer. Well, we don't have any tanks. That's the good news. But I'm pretty sure it's going to kill us too if we're not careful. And yeah, to use the Piat, we've got to be a lot closer. So you know what? We'll still get behind their line. We'll try to take this location from them. And I think then they'll be forced to respond. Is he already turning around? It's all about him for this battle. All right, let's grab the Arnhem Bridge area. That would be wonderful. If we can get out of this battle without any casualties, I'll take it. Just love how this guy's like rolling down the street. Meanwhile, we've got like 3 squads moving through these buildings. He's not even aware of it. Just like, just a normal day in North Arnhem. You know what? This is where we also need to push the Piat group forward. Although I'm going to do building to building, because anytime he notices we're doing movement, he'll start opening up.
In position. Area secured.
Even that's not good. See, the Piat guys are kind of out of the building a bit. Para rifle group, push. Surprised we haven't seen any enemy infantry yet. The second we do, we can start calling in mortars on them at least. On-map mortars, so it's not going to be that damaging. I'm going to move up the factory buildings here near the mill. Oh, we're already spotting, I think, enemy units right there going to the other building. I'm kind of trying to... Nope, yep, it's an SSR Satsgruppen. All right, you know what? I was going to try to not fire, damn it. They shot at us, so they know we're here. Now the enemy's going to focus on us with that tank for sure. We need to get that Piat group out fast. Oh, damn, they're aiming at the Piat group. You sons of bitches. I'll stay here for now. Let's call in mortars as well.
Move completed.
Not falling for their tricks. I'm going to stay here in an ambush position. Just stay put. We've got no... There's nothing we can gain from engaging these guys right now. And it looks like our mortars are falling short here, dropping on our building. Come on, mortar group, get it together.
Redeployed.
Yeah, no, there's no way. It's too far. What we will do, though, is we'll move the mortar group up a little bit. We're going to try to fire with the Piat. Apparently, this is close enough. Let's see if this works. He's loading the Piat. Can actually see exactly what they're doing here. I don't believe he can get this hit, but if he can... We'll never say anything bad about a Piat again. How about that? He actually did fire close. But he missed. Which doesn't help us. Alright, enemy infantry moving over here, guys. So we know for sure they're going to push at the mill location. I'm actually going to get the flamethrower prepared. I'm hoping they're going to pass by this location. Let's actually... No, actually, I'll just stay here. It does look like they're coming to this building. And I'll move the Para-Bren group into the workshop here. It's not a bad idea. If we can get these units up, we could certainly fire on the tank. Kind of get it to look this way. I'm also going to distract them with this unit. I'm going to get them to focus on the Bren group. And that way the flamethrowers can hit them when they walk by the building. At least that's the idea. And again, they're about to walk right into the flamethrower. So this is going to get interesting, boys. Here we go. We'll open up. Let's hope that ambush works out the way it's supposed to. They're not shooting. Guys, it's supposed to be an ambush. Oh, because it's a separate room. I see. All right, all right. Nice! We got some flames. One down. They're going to light the area up with grenades for sure. Ooh, what did I tell you guys? Oh my gosh! Whoa! Whoa, well that's close combat for you. They must have blown something up in the factory, because that's not supposed to happen. Just set these guys up on a defensive posture. They will return fire as soon as they spot the enemy. One of the flamethrowers is still alive, incredibly, even after that massive explosion. And I think we're close enough to try and pop some of these German units with a mortar. We're still lined up on him. He hit him. He actually hit him. But not enough to damage that tank. No ammo. Damn. Can only be the flamethrower unit here now. Good burning, boys. That can take him out, I think. We can try to immobilize him, though. Get some mortar support over here. Because the last thing I need is for them to take the mill and the Arnhem Bridge area. Oh, we've got air support, boys. Now, this is a sight for sore eyes. Get ready, my friends. Let's take out that tank. Don't let me down, air support. This is live. Please, for the love of God. Okay, well, it's a Spitfire airstrike, so, we did a gun run on it. I think he's just fine. Here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to be a bit aggressive. Push. Again, we can't forget that in this particular battle, we are surrounded. It's almost like there's really no terrible decisions. What we probably should do is just stay put, but we're fighting it out with the Germans over here, and if we could get a flamethrower behind the Jagdpanzer, I think we can kill him. So I'm going to move in with the Bren group here. They're going to focus on our infantry for sure, and probably take a few of them out. So you know what? We should just stay right there. Our Piat team's out of ammunition, but I wonder if they have anti-tank grenades. You would think so, right? So let's push in. I'll also take my flamethrower. First, let these guys finish this charge, and I'll try to get behind the tank. He's doing a Sunny Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but for close combat. Jesus. That's why Dave's our administrator. Good job. Got in one little knife fight and my parents got scared. Alright, here we go with the flamethrower. We're moving right in on the Ersatz group, so this could go, well, obviously one of two ways. But what I don't want to happen, I don't want them shooting down our flamethrower before he gets to the location. So I'm going to actually charge across the street here. Anything to get their attention off me. Should probably also move that mortar elsewhere since it's directly on our location. Nice. Not good. Saw a tracer. I'm hoping that they don't have anybody in these buildings. Here we go. This would be just an epic kill if we can get it. Come on, boys. Come on, come on. We need you. We need you here. We need the flamethrower here, for God's sake. Okay, here we go. Burn him. Any day now. Any day now. Don't be afraid. He's okay. He's got the flamethrower on his back now. Here we go, folks. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Burn him. Yes, we did it. We did it. We actually got him, boys. We're in the middle of Arnhem, surrounded, but we just took out their Jagdpanzer. Shoot him down. Kill the crew. All right, now we can have some fun. Let's get the Bren group over there across from the location where we last saw the enemy. We're also going to start hammering away at that building with mortars. And look at that. Crew has surrendered. I repeat, crew has surrendered. And the Germans are looking for a ceasefire. I wonder why they want a ceasefire now. That's a little strange. It's odd timing, if you ask me. Let's keep on pushing. I don't want any more men to lose their lives, and since this will keep us alive here, I might take it. But again, if we can take some additional locations, then in the next phase of the fight, you know, we'll control those areas. So it's going to be a lot easier for us. I might try to charge across with the Para-Bren group. Oh, maybe not. All right, let's switch mortar fire over there. Looks like we've got an enemy group right there. Let's get into that room and return fire. If we can kill a few of them, then we'll be happy with that. Don't necessarily have to take these locations, just shoot them all down. Kill him. I mean, they're on the open street. This is not going to go well for them. Let's toss some smoke here. This will make it a little easier for the Bren group to make the charge across, but we will probably be losing men for this push one way or another. We're going to send the flamethrower out too. And he's a hero, so don't really want to lose this guy. He'll probably end up getting a medal for this battle. In fact, I think he's got some smoke too. Nice. All right. Do it, men. Right through the smoke. They are prepared. Despite having some smoke there, they are definitely prepared. All right, we got a wounded enemy soldier there on the street, a Zook troop unit. So this is an enemy command unit for sure. Get in there, boys. Flamethrower. Flamethrower's already in there. Another one down. Let's start moving this unit forward, because the enemy doesn't seem to want to hold this location. And I still want to grab that objective point. Yeah, I think you've got a point. That's a great suggestion, Anthony. Great minds think alike. I was thinking the exact same thing. Start moving these units out. We could even probably move a platoon HQ out and be safe. I don't think they're going to target us. See, I feel like they're all grouped up here to the north, so trying to charge across the street here at North Arnhem is going to be a mistake, I think. But charging up this way, we should be safe from enemy fire. Grenades? Come on, boys. Trust me, I'd love nothing more than to charge across here, but what we need to do now is hope these guys can make the push. Come on, come on. Ersatzgruppen being overwhelmed, I think. Still got one of our red berets back here. We need him right up on the actual building. Bring in the Piat for support as well. You know what? We can actually charge across. We just took the building, boys. And we'll actually go for the North Arnhem area. So let's have the Piat team capture that location. And now we're returning fire from the corpses of the dead Germans in this building on that enemy location. Wonderful.
Area secured.
All right. I think the end of this battle will be much more in our favor, if I'm not mistaken. We could try charge number 2. Of course, this doesn't come without its risks. So let's bring the Vickers over here to this building right next to our current group. And then we'll consider maybe charging across to these buildings. Although I think we're in a pretty good position. We might even want to just accept the ceasefire. Enemy prisoner still walking by over here. Looks like he was trying to sneak his way into a building and maybe hide away until we get out of the area, but we'll never know. Yeah, enemy right there. As you can see, that's a machine gun group. What I've got highlighted. So we've got the locations we want. I'll accept that truce. It's a major Allied victory, of course. Let's just take a look here at the soldiers. And you know what? I'll also save the campaign in case we lose anything. But as you can see, this went a lot better for us. We actually got a rifleman's badge here for the flamethrower because he got 1 act of bravery. As well as 3.5 enemy soldiers and an enemy tank. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Excuse me, guys. 2 kills for this guy, Hoffman, an actual leader here. 1 act of bravery, but no medal. But nonetheless, that was pretty nice. So let's head back. I will make sure to save as here. We'll just put it under Agrippa. How about that? And as for details of the battle, we can actually see how many enemies were incapacitated, how many enemies were killed. It looks like quite a few of the enemy infantry were killed here. But leaders are looking just fine. Okay, and 2 prisoners. I'll take it. Let's have a look here at the map itself. And that situation has still not ended in Wolfhese, so I guess we have to deal with it. Let's make sure we can't continue moving. Nope. Yeah, we've got to deal with the wood fades situation. You know what? I'm actually going to get rid of one of the Piats in an effort to get another Vickers machine gun here. So again, we don't anticipate them to have really any tanks here, but they could. They could, and we're just not spotting them. This is the location we were at before. Since we already conquered quite a few pieces of this map, you can see that a lot more of it is revealed. In fact, I think, look at that. We can set up in the building. Beautiful. So I'm just going to put these guys on ambush, even though I'm not necessarily anticipating having to deal with the enemy immediately, but we are much closer to their front lines this time. Take this Bren group. Nope. Okay, maybe we can only have one group per tile. Let's put him here, with the order to move quickly into the building. I'll move that 17-pounder AT gun again. Sure, we can get, like, yeah, they're into the flower bed area, so we'll do that. All I really need is eyes on where our mortar is. I think it's right there. We'll get it a little bit closer than usual. And I believe we have an entire group here to the south. Yeah, look at this. So with this Bren group, I am going to try to once again rush for the building. I think this building is really the key to the rest of the map, because all of the other locations we have to take are in this area, this northeastern area. So we have to send pretty much everybody over there. Let's get the HQ here. Another rifle group over here, maybe in the forest. You can barely call that a forest, though. More like a bush, I guess. If the troops get hungry, they can eat from the garden. Yeah. Requisitioning vegetables is always a dangerous thing to do, I will say. All right. I want to just, like, rush immediately for Wilferzeweg. But we should probably rush up to Johanna Web area and then go south. So that's what we'll do. Take another para-rifle group. These guys have been beat up before. As you can see, one of the guys on the team is already kind of spooked. We'll push him out this way. And once again, we'll just have the gun where we had it last time. I will set it up on defense. So if they do have any vehicles on the road, we're going to spot them very quickly. Doesn't mean we can do anything about them, but we'll see them at least. And I'll keep another Vickers unit right here, just in case we have to respond to any enemy units in this area. All right, let's go. Here we go. Oh, they're all here. Look at that. They're all on the field. Well, first of all, I want to start picking targets. Turkey shoot. Said I wasn't going to have to deal with them instantly. I was completely wrong. And it's an SS Grenadier unit. So let's vaporize them completely. Fellow Asian, hello among us. Hey, all right. That is a game that exists. Yes. All right, here we go. I think we're going to take those northern areas, no problem. I need those mortars to work a little bit faster. And oh my goodness, Platoon HQ is going to be overrun. Let's set them up on an ambush. And let's see if we've got anybody back here that can support. I'll actually take the Vickers machine gun group and go south. All right, rushing across with the rifle brigade to grab the Johanna Huev area. And you know what? I don't even think we need to remain in ambush mode. Look at that enemy SS group right there. In fact, 2 SS groups in this area. And that is an MG34. Let's try to tag her. Unfortunately, she's just at the border there of the actual bushes. And I don't think we can even spot her with our Bren group. We can get a few of them. Let's return fire. And I'm going to switch the mortar's target. Kill it. Enemy group right there across the street as well. Hello, Silagi. I hope I said that correctly. This game looks great. This is a classic, just great game. This game is cool, but the AI sucks, says Clyde. There's a pretty good multiplayer community, and if you purchase it, like on Steam especially, you can find people to play with. Now, I'm not so sure with these older iterations, if it's as easy to find a multiplayer game, but for like Gateway to Khan, the Bloody First, all that stuff, yeah, you can always find somebody. In case you don't like the campaign version, I am going to charge across because they seem to be focused on our unit here to the north. So here we go, guys. Wish us luck. We're bringing both pair of Bren groups to take this location and secure it. In fact, I'm going to switch the mortar over here, but we are just now throwing grenades on the location. Get in there, boys. Two groups, many grenades. Again, our mortar is just not attacking that SS Grenadier unit. We're just gonna have to get lucky with some shots, but at least they haven't pushed on the Hevendorp area. So I think actually we'll switch the mortar fire to that unit just because there's so many of them, and they're all kind of on that open field. Okay, we took the area, no problem, but now we've got to deal with this German unit across the way. So what I might do is pop smoke and try and make a rush across. I'm going to start moving down with this unit from the north. See, the first part of this battle, the Germans had us on the run. I think it's the other way around now. Enemy prisoners. Look at that, boys. Hit him, hit him, hit him. They're trying to get into the bushes. We got to put a stop to that. And kill the SS Zugtrupp unit. Again, a Zugtrupp unit is a commander unit. So wiping that unit out is going to help us out quite a bit and probably lower morale. In fact, look at that. The second we start firing at their commander, they start asking for a truce. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we're not going to take a truce yet. Not yet, anyway. We might eventually take a truce. Just to not lose this location. Let's open fire on that ersatz group with the Vickers. They're trying to get across this open field. Pretty dangerous. So yeah, I'm definitely not accepting the ceasefire. Because this is a chance for us to get quite a few casualties on the enemy. Das Blut! Finally got one of the sons of bitches. Panzer Shrek. Okay, SS Zugtrupp has surrendered. Man, we are taking prisoners left and right. How's that unit to the north doing, though? They're actually doing okay. Not a single casualty. But these two Bren groups, yeah, they got chewed up in those close combat fights. I do need to take the Wulfsweg area, so I'm going to push forward, though. Return fire, HQ. Can bring in the Piat for a little bit of support as well. Let's do it. Should have known the Piat is totally useless in this battle, so we could have traded her in for some better stuff, basically. That's my mistake. We did trade her in for one Vickers, which is nice, but we could have gotten even more. Is that an enemy vehicle? No, it's just a car? Well, there we go. Total Allied victory. We got it, boys and girls. So let's just take a look here and see if any of our soldiers unlocked a medal again. One of our leaders getting, well, I guess the British equivalent of a Silver Star. 3 acts of bravery, 2 kills. And because one of the guys he killed was SS, it doesn't take much to kill an SS. Everybody wants to do it. And yeah, they came out all right. So pretty good for this group. Let's take a look and see how that looks in the grand scheme of things. And let me just save as. Thank you, man. Are the maps randomly generated? So unfortunately not. However, the cool thing is, you know, let's say like we have a battle on the map and a building gets destroyed. The next time you play on that map, that building remains destroyed, you know, in that particular campaign. So I like that aspect of it. All right, so we are still gonna have to fight, of course, here against Hada's unit. There's no other way around it, but we can start making a push to try and liberate that group. So let's move in from North Oosterbeek and over here to the Valkenhuizen line. And I'll also try to bring in some artillery support, although I don't think we can use it in this particular campaign. We can only use air support. Okay, it looks like we've got a fight against Spindler and his SS unit, or we can still try to take the city. This time we're actually facing a large group of SS, and I don't know if we can hold out another day. Let's try. So here we go. Again, this is the situation where we don't have much to defend. We can't bring any new supply in, so we're just going to have to defend with what we've got here. Let's try. Let's at least try it. I think that our guys are about to get wiped out, though. Battle continues. See, this is what I'm talking about. We still have that that tank we destroyed 2 battles ago. There's a lot of kind of holes in the street from just artillery fire, etc. So we're going to try to kind of set up an ambush here. I think that's probably the best thing we can do. The enemy's going to be in these northern buildings for sure. We already have most of the locations, so we could try to take Arnhem Heights if we want, but I don't know. I think the best thing to do here is maybe to just stay put. We'll move up to that building. That's about it. But let's see if they're willing to kind of leave their comfort zone and come to us. And we might as well get the mortar a little closer than usual. Put it over here by the mill. Thank you, Sleb. Also, make sure, guys, it really does help when you guys hit that like button and comment on the video after it's uploaded. But I'm happy to see that it seems like people like to watch this on live stream, so I'll definitely do some more close combat in the future. Let's begin. Oh, wait, one more unit we have to move. The Vickers, put them right there. I'll put them on defensive mode, although I'd kind of like to just keep them on, you know, fire at will. If we see somebody, I'm just going to target them. But we want them to try and walk through this street over here. That would be perfect. Okay. Oh, it is nighttime, boys. We've got a nighttime battle. No flares. All right, I'm pushing. I'm pushing. Come on. Everybody has to be really quiet here. No flares whatsoever. That is no fun. We've got an enemy STKFC. Shit. Okay, well, I was talking garbage about the Bren group, or not the Bren group, excuse me, the Piat group, and I'm starting to regret it just a little bit. There's nothing we can do about that except set up for an ambush. Good shit. Oh, damn. Get this Piat over here quickly. All right, I'm hoping the Piat can do something, but look at how many vehicles they have. They decided to move in their entire armored column here. That's obviously going to make things a little more complicated for us. All we can really do here is set up for an ambush, but they have us completely targeted. However, maybe the 3-inch mortar is a little deadlier against the SDKFC. In fact, I think it might be. So we're going to target these two that are kind of next to each other. Why is he firing smoke? No. Sorry. Actually, might as well target the most dangerous one. There are more moving in. Look at this, guys. So look at this. We're going to have to flip our ambush around. Yeah, this is definitely being surrounded. And we are in the middle of the city of Arnhem with no support. Gotta try to do what we can to at least really hurt the enemy. Thinking at the very least we can do that. First mortar out. I like how the little explosion causes a little kind of light source for a few seconds. That's pretty cool. Oh, he's getting close. He's getting close. What do you guys think? Is the mortarman going to get this shot or not? Ooh, he almost damaged the other one. Just going to try to sneak over to the window. So close, just no cigar. So damn close. All right. They're actually getting hits on this SDKFZ. Look at that. He's pulling right up to the building. I think we can actually do some damage to this guy. Push forward. Fire. These guys are not full tank units, so I definitely think there's some hope here. Fire. Grenades, boys. Yep, they've fallen right into our trap. If this works out, it's going to be absolutely magnificent. Grenades. Good work. Although potentially not enough. We're getting our Piat close as well, guys. She's almost prepared. Come on, let's get some vengeance here. Let's get the Vickers over to the building as well. Come on, Piat. Need you to fire right now. Just gotta get him out of the actual window so that he can spot the enemy, but then he can also be spotted, which is not great. Come on. Setting it up. Loading the Piat. Could see him actually with it in his hand. Talk about an awkward situation, though, for everybody. There we go. That was a direct hit with the mortar, but not enough to blow him up. Although I'm sure that the crew inside is horrified. As you can see, this armored car has been damaged. 2 guys in the armored car are dead. But he's still kind of considered a mobile combat vehicle, so we are still going to target with the Piat. Let's push forward. And look at that. Some ersatz grouping right there that seem to have taken a wrong turn. Yeah, we've got them nice and trapped. I'm going to keep firing. They still have the advantage because of the vehicles they have, but maybe, just maybe, we could do some serious damage here to these vehicles. All right, Piat. Let's fire at this one. We've got to get a little bit farther onto the street. Might as well just take our final shot here and wipe them out. Damn, that rubble is really getting in the way. I'm not worried that that guy's even going to move, so let's stand him up, push forward a bit more. I think the secret with these is you just have to get really close with the actual Piat to fire it. Yeah, that's a kill. Let's put these guys back on the ambush, although I'm pretty sure they're going to be out of grenades. Not to mention that we're out of supply in general during this fight. I mean, there's no way for us to get supply because we're cut off. So after throwing all those nades, it's unlikely that they'll still have some to use against this guy. And that Piat is just not doing his job. This is why I don't like the Piat groups. It's not really doing much. There we go. Let's pop a flare here. The idea is to get close enough to use some grenades with the Vickers group, and hopefully one of these grenades blows the vehicle. Grenades. Well, they're definitely hitting the vehicle. And yes, we are wounding people inside. You can see on the lower left-hand corner, the wounded and killed inside the vehicle. So yes, we are definitely hurting them. Them getting stuck here was not a good thing, but these are still combat operational. That's the problem. So they can still capture the point, pretty much. There we go. That's what we need to do, boys. One of the SDKFCs completely destroyed there. On fire. And at least it's going to keep our boys warm tonight, so I'm happy about that. Burn this damn thing down. Let's see who else we've got over here that can help. Let's start pushing the Para-Bren group through these buildings. Maybe we could do a little attack on the enemy. I'm also going to target the Ersatz group and... Nice! Got another one, boys. We got another one, and that was thanks to the Piat. So he did do his job there. Enemy crew's gonna try to escape. Imagine how terrifying this would be. You're running through a street full of rubble, burning vehicles everywhere. It's like Chechnya, for God's sake. Get him, and he surrendered. Look, the second he saw an entire Para-Bren rifle group in the building he was about to run into, that's probably a good idea. Excuse me. Let's see. Platoon HQ. Yeah, I'm gonna take the location. Wrong time to move. Wrong time to move. Stay put. I wonder if we can work the magic one more time here. So let's defend, or ambush rather. I want to make sure I'm seeing your guys' chat. Let me just refresh this. Yeah, I think so. I think I am. Check on YouTube after this battle. But if somebody wants to just type something quick to make sure that the chat is working, I would appreciate it. If I don't see something like 30 seconds, I'll refresh YouTube. All right, Para rifle. So now they're looking directly at this group. Still haven't taken the area though. I just want the Piat group to kind of run over there. There we go. Thanks, guys. T. Slib. To be fair, the Piat is a bitch to fire unless you dislike having shoulders, says Slib. I think after this stream, I'm going to go check out firing a Piat because I talk a lot of trash in this game about the Piat. I think it's one of my most hated weapons. But, you know, it has its uses, like situations like that. I've gotten a few tank kills with it. It's just, you know, it doesn't work more times than it does work, basically. what I like as well is that we're seeing a lot more people here in chat. And do you guys think that if we started, you know, actually scheduling a time, you know, I couldn't do it every day, but maybe 3 times a week, like at this time, or maybe even an hour from now, that's better than just having the sudden stream? Or are some of you guys like me and you like the sudden stream? Because I'm a very, I guess just, kind of full of energy, despite being an introvert. So when I get the feeling to stream, I'm like, oh man, I've got to stream right now. But planning it for me, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's hard. You know, I have to get better at planning and scheduling things. But if it's something that you guys would like really appreciate, especially for streams like this, I'll definitely consider doing it. Especially for, you know, games that you guys like to watch, as opposed to games you're unaware of, or maybe don't like as much. Maybe we can kind of make room for games like Close Combat and Graviteam Tactics. Wow, Agrippa. You know, maybe we can do something like that, because they kind of are the staple of this channel. The bazookas for the US on there are nuts. Yeah, the bazookas were great. I mean, I love the bazookas. The Piats, not so much. Yeah, so he's definitely doing just fine. What I need to do is get rid of that Zug Troop unit, number 1, and try and rush the SDKFC. But again, the location is ours. You know, but for all intents and purposes, we kind of win. I'll try to get our Piat closer. That's what I'll do. So let's grab the Piat. The burning vehicle is actually making it a little bit harder for a Piat to sneak up on the enemy. So we'll push over here. And we're going to take the Bren group and rush out. Oh, never mind. Vehicle still operational. Yeah, maybe it would. Maybe it would. Maybe we'll just try it 1 week and see what happens. We'll kind of do it like a week in advance, and we'll see if people respond. The second he sees us doing this, he's going to immediately turn and face us. So actually, where's that Piat group? What I'd like to do is rush out and use the Piat. This is assuming we even have any rounds left, which we might not. Oh boy! Alright. Taking fire immediately on that rush. Look at all of the enemies here. My goodness. Forget conserving ammunition. Fire. Good shot. Mortar got 1. Let's get this Bren group out. Rush the SDKFC. I'm hoping that the knight covers us for the most part here. Okay, he's starting to move. Grenades. Got one of the Airsats group in over here. Set these guys up on ambush, just to cause a little bit of confusion. But even moving from building to building here is pretty dangerous. I mean, Arnhem is completely surrounded by the Germans, so it's tough. It's a tough one. Kill the SDKFC, for God's sakes, boys. Make this worth it. Good old Close Combat. Nothing better came yet, says Kute. Yes, absolutely. It is a classic. We got chewed up there for sure. Absolutely chewed up. So 2 enemy vehicles down. I want the ceasefire this time. I'll take destroying 2 enemy vehicles and then them letting us survive here in the center of Arnhem. But sure, they're going to try to push through and kill as many of us as possible.
Conserve ammunition.
Good shot. Every time our mortar decides to fire, he gets a great hit. But I think that's it for mortar rounds. After 2 battles and no supply, this group is cut off. Get him. They're coming back down to the street. This is our chance.
Team lost. Conserve ammunition.
Grenades. If we could score 3 enemy kills or 3 enemy vehicle kills, I'm going to be really happy. For a surrounded unit, that's extraordinary because we're just causing so much chaos on the enemy's lines. Let me see. He's rotating. I think he's trying to get out of here. Let's get that Piat into position. Actually, Piat might be able to fire from this window. But we have to get a little bit closer. There we go. Major Allied victory. Guys, they cannot take us out of Arnhem. It's not going to happen, man. We are fighting for the city to the very end. Now, you know, understandably, we took far more casualties than the enemy did in this fight. But a victory is a victory. Let's take a look and see if anybody earned any medals during this one. Either way, I really like to see how our men perform there. And let's take a look at what the map is like now. We still have a few more battles that we have to resolve, but you can see that we've taken a tremendous amount of enemy territory. We do need to grab that, the Ginkle Heath area. It's going to be quite important. And over here is the rest of the Arnhem Bridge. Now, this is the first of, I think, 6 campaigns in the game. You can, of course, approach this any way you want. If you want to play as the Germans, you can do that. If you want to play as the Allies, of course, you can do that. And there are separate campaigns for the Americans and the Brits. So that's just something to keep in mind if you end up getting this game. All right, let's see over here. Another fight at Oosterbeek. We know they had tanks here last time, but I'm going to hope they don't this time. And once again, another situation where we don't have much. And this time we're actually facing a German attack. So we need to just get prepared, pretty much surround this area with men. Wait, what is that? RLDG? Does anybody know what that is? Air landing. Ah, yeah. Air landing group. Let's just put them in ambush mode. Don't want them to really get involved with the combat. For the Vickers. So the enemy's going to probably have this entire area. You can see some of our men already set up across the bridge at Dreiersweg. What I'm going to try to do is get the Vickers immediately into this building. Let's get the glider group over here as well. And again, I just want to make sure that we have this location at least on Overwatch, so that if the enemy decides to attack here, we'll know exactly where to start firing. So I'm not even going to set them up on ambush. They're set up on defense, which means they will return fire if they spot an enemy, or at least if the enemy starts firing at them. Let's get the mortar a little bit closer here. And any more guys part of the air landing group? We've got the Piat. We might very well have to use them. So I'm going to keep them behind this building and in ambush mode. I don't want to, have them returning fire to the enemy. The story of Arnhem is incredibly sad. After the British were pushed out, the Germans took their revenge on the population in several cities and villages because they celebrated the Allied arrival. Wow. I didn't know that, Sib. Damn, man. Okay, I think we've got pretty much everybody set up. I'm seeing a blue dot here still, but that's got to be referring to the mortar team. Has to be. No, there we go. Well, wait a minute. 1 mortar team, 2 mortar teams. Okay. I could get used to that. And the airborne Bren group, it's only got 3 guys in it. It's really not going to do much. Okay, let's do it. Here we go, folks. And it's nighttime once again. This can get pretty dangerous. But the enemy is the one that has to push, so that makes me feel a little bit safer. And we are ready for them. I mean, if they cross this bridge, we've got them in our sights. So quiet, so calm right now. I'm almost tempted to grab one of the pilot groups, send them across here, and kind of assist in a potential ambush. Because this is the only way they can actually approach. It's got to be the only way they can approach. It's right there from West Arnhem. So you know what? I am going to move a pilot group across. In fact, I'll try to bring the Bren group across too. Anybody that can help. Set these guys up on ambush mode as well. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I just heard a gunshot. Yeah, definitely, Anthony. Definitely. Much better. But we're not spotting anybody. There we go. I see them. Panzer Grenadier. And it looks like there's also some in that building. Let's get some mortars on that building and soften her up. At this range, our mortars should be fairly accurate. Look at our boys charging across the bridge. Oh, we've got some more Germans out there. Just spotted them. Let's get some flares here. Boom. There's definitely Germans on the bridge. So we should have actually kept the guys right where they were. They're going to suddenly materialize. Yeah, absolutely. So let's try to move these guys over here off the bridge to engage the enemy from the rear. Let's get the mortars on them too. The enemy on the street is completely screwed though. They are getting shot to pieces.
Move completed.
Nice. I think our guys are already responding, and of course the glider pilot group can instantly get engaged here, although, oh, I was hoping that flare would last a little bit longer. Without that flare, things could get a little complicated. I just want to keep throwing rounds down range from the mortars. And I think we shouldn't move, but I'll try to get into this building at least. Let's get the glider group over there. I'm going to still make a run through here with the glider pilot group just to make sure we don't have any enemy stragglers. I'm sure there's still a bunch of them alive here. Yep, they're hitting us as we cross the street. Not the unit I expected, though. Although, thank you for showing me where you are. And we've got some Germans right here as well. So actually, you know what? These are going to be easier to hit. So let's target that location. Get him. The Bren group to also assist here. And they can go for either or, so I'm going to move them into the building so they can kind of decide. And we'll start returning fire from this part of the building. We just need to get a little bit closer to the edge here, because our guys can't currently see out of the windows. Of course, that also means the enemy will know where we are. Not too concerned, though. Return fire, boys. Flammenwerfer. Oh, it's just a Flammenwerfer unit. Oh, wait a minute. Not just a Flammenwerfer unit. If that gets close to us, we're in deep shit. Looks like the pilot group broke off contact with the enemy. Nope, nope, nope. They're still there. Look at that. All right, let's get some mortar rounds over there. Although I think in that kind of thick cover, that kind of thick foliage, it's going to be a little tougher for us to get any casualties. We just hit one of them. I think that was a direct hit. But in general, it's a little harder to get casualties when you're firing into a group of trees like that. It's never easy. See, I kind of want to charge across the street here to take that Flammenwerfer out. The issue is, if this is where they're attacking from, they probably have a lot more units over here, unless they've decided to go like all the way south and are trying to move across this way. But if that were the case, we'd see a lot of these locations changing over to the Germans. Nice shot. Cherry just got his. Pretty brutal. What we can do, though, is move with the glider group at least, because we've already hit both of the Flammenwerfer units. So let's push forward with the glider group. These guys are already so damn brave. They've done all of the moving during this battle. So let's push again. We've got you covered, boys. Oh, boy. Good hit, lucky hit with the mortar. Did you guys see that? One of the machine gunners right on the edge. And again, just like I said, they're going to be all here. We've got some of them in that building, some of them in this building. No real surprise there. Although what that means is that we're going to move in with the glider group and the Vickers MG group, and we're going to storm this location. Same with the airborne Bren group. Get ready for close combat, boys. Yep, look at that. We can see all of the enemy units moving back here. There's probably going to be 2 squads in here, if I had to guess. So it's going to come down to who is the best man, pretty much. Getting right up close and personal for this fight. Wish the boys luck. Here we go. Look at that, for sure. 2 different units. You can actually see the different uniforms. Get them, boys. Get them. For Arnhem. Oh, we've got grenades exploding all over the damn place. Just now getting into that room where they are. Grenades exploding near the Zugtrupp unit. Just hear those clink clinks. That's all grenades being, or the pins being taken out of grenades. That's one of the few times the enemy was actually quite well prepared here. The Zugtrupp unit, at least. They got a few of our men there. Let's see if we take the area or if they hold. Throw everything you've got, boys. Now's the time to use those grenades. Carnage for sure. Yeah, absolutely. 1 down on the enemy side, 2 down on the enemy side. But they were definitely better prepared, without a doubt. Probably in ambush mode. They've also got some support here from the enemy across the street, so they can kind of just hose down the building with bullets as we're rushing through to charge. I think they did all right here for themselves. If we can get them to accept a ceasefire, though, they still have to start in this location next time, so I'm going to offer one. Just throwing it out there. Because, yeah, we got beat up on that charge. Still moving through with a few of our men. The glider group is bayoneting some of them. All right, another one down. Nice. I think we maybe took it with a glider group, just barely. But that Zugtrupp unit held out to the very end. Here we go, boys. Another decisive Allied victory. I am loving it. I want to save as. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. It's really fun to do games like Close Combat, of course. This is what I think is pretty popular amongst you guys, so I'm going to try to play it in the future. Some people did mention multiplayer. I would love to do some multiplayer matches in the future, so if anybody wants to kind of suggest some in the Discord, that always helps. Just in case you guys have not joined the Discord yet, I want to leave the link here. It's a great place to find like-minded gamers, and I really think you guys will enjoy it. So let me just give you the link before I leave. And considering the view count here, if you guys enjoyed it, we're definitely going to do some more Close Combat in the future. Lesson learned from you guys. So I really do appreciate it. And here's the Discord link. And I hope to see you guys there. Always a good place to find other, people to do multiplayer with, since we all play fairly similar games. We have saved the campaign, so maybe we'll come back and do a part 2 here on the Last Stand Arnhem campaign for the British. Time will tell. Thank you so much, my friends. I hope to catch you on another stream, and have a great, great day.